With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down throw from Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
Now Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Mayfield now from the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
319.
On second down, Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Landry, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on second down. And his pass incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Landry. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's Vontae Davis, the Pro Bowler, in on the stop. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Blue 80. Jump right. 19.
On 2nd down, Wilson leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A handoff to Penny. Oh, and now he bowls him over and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hey, check 50, check 50. Shotgun.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Penny will try to punch it in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield on play action. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Second down, Mayfield dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing, Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
We got 3. We ready? Check 36 power.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding through the tackle. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Come on, let's go. Power.
On third down, Penny. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, able to avoid him. And now running right through it. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Detroit!
Mayfield now on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, look at the juke. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Curse. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action with Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
On first and 10, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And there is absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Hot. Hot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal.
Green 39. Hot.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson spinning past him, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Sliding out of the pocket. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got it first down past the 30. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now it's Penny, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today. Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball. They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Now Wilson on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th. All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition. Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful. Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A second down throw for Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
On on third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go! 319! 319!
They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The penalty. It's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot. Hot.
Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot. Hot.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Wilson to throw. Leaves it for Penny. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This from long, very long range. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14, run it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
He gets this one away, and, boy, it's another boomer. Landry now on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Underneath for Johnson. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Here's Brad Nortman now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Penny. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. On the run, it's Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Shotgun. Zebra, zebra.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Kearse. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Again, it's Penny. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.